When I tell you, I make fun and I do older women make beautiful lovers. I really, really, really mean that. I'm joking, but I'm really, really serious. And the reason I say that is because, especially if you've done your healing, not, I mean, and you get your voice opened, your throat opened, because this is correlated to, and when you're shy, when you're not able to speak, when you have not evolved, when you don't move, when you don't, I don't even know the words. It's like, okay, come on, Spirit, help me with this. I use the analogy of when you have kids and you have to be quiet and you have to do it quiet. But when you're older, you gain, you get the connection. It's a connection thing. It's a connection from your voice. It's a connection from there. It's a correlation. It's that flow that I always talk about. It's kind of embarrassing to talk about, right? But it's important, because if you allow your voice to speak what you want, what you deserve, you open up your throat chakra, you open up that chakra. And then there's this energy experience. It is, it's an experience you'll never forget, because it's a flow state. So when you open up your mouth and you're not afraid to cry, to scream, to have the pleasure, then it comes natural. I don't know why I'm having to talk about this tonight. It's kind of embarrassing. But, oh my gosh. They're connected is what I'm trying to say. They're connected. Your throat, your voice is connected to, and so when you hold back and when you tense up and when you've had trauma and when you've had abuse, that's why you're not able to, because you've got tension built up, or tension, like something has happened to you, and so you're not able to free yourself and get the full experience. And so when you learn vocally, that's why communication is huge for healing, because when you learn to speak and vibrate through your mouth and sing and tune and cry and speak, then also that gets permission to also do what it's supposed to do. It's connected. It's a flow state. It's like, that's why a lot of women that have suffered abuse, or people who have suffered abuse in that area, often get shy, often lose their voice, often cover up, often don't want to show their legs, often want to keep that tense and restricted. And when their voice gets restricted and tense and quiet, then that also gets restricted down there as well. Once you heal, you not only heal your brain, you heal your body, you heal your emotions, you heal your experiences. So people say, well, what if I heal? Then what if I can't enjoy pleasure? It's quite the opposite. Trust me. When you heal your voice, your abuse, your trauma, you learn these practices. Breathing, opening up your throat, receiving good energy. Now you know how it feels to feel good. You learn to be in the flow state. You learn to rest. You learn not to overthink everything. And by doing that, that creates everything to get open. Everything's working. Everything's flowing. Everything's great. So you no longer during that experience hold back. You let it out, kind of like just primal instincts. It's your primal instincts. Your primal instincts kick in. And that's the best you can ever have. So once you start this healing, then all your natural primal instincts start kicking in. And then everything starts to get better, including that when you're ready. And then you find someone else that knows their body and has done healing. Watch out. That's what they call tantric explosion. And that's where you want to be in your life, to where you no longer hold back anything. You free yourself to rain dance and exercise and scream and use your voice. Open up everything. Open it up. Open it up. A tunnel of love. And that's why I believe that older women make better lovers, because we finally, if we're lucky enough to heal, if we're lucky enough to have our kids raised, if we're lucky enough to exercise every day, if we're lucky enough to meditate, if we're lucky enough to just open up our vocal cords and sing and be ourselves unapologetically, it also opens up the flow to never, ever, ever, ever being dry again. There's no such thing when everything's open. All your senses, there's no such thing. And so for years, people got afraid of getting old because of that. And it was the only reason that happened is because they were stuck in that non-healing state of, in like, have you seen people that are just old and they hate everybody, they hate everything. So everything's closed, everything's tight, everything's like, "Argh!" That's not the primal state. That's the opposite of what I'm talking about. That's why it happens. So you do yourself a service by healing and opening up everything, all your chakras, so that when you do have that experience, it's the most pleasurable experience you've ever had. Because now you know how to open up everything and let everything flow, everything heal, everything be. You're not worried about the things that that matter. You're just like, let's go. Primal instincts kick in and whoosh, that's the way it is. And that's your message.